All right. Hello, hello. For those of you tuning in for the first time, welcome to Two Crows on the Line, where my mom and I tap into the collective energies at play, opening up to different conversations regarding consciousness and get raw and real in some conversations through intuitive art, mysticism, mediumship, and more. And we're doing things a little different today. We're actually turning this into a little bit of a podcast interview. I have an exciting guest with us today, and we want to introduce you and learn more about a really cool upcoming event that's being created and birthed this spring. So we're going to jump in interview style together and introduce you. But before we get started, I always love to bring in a wellness tool and an opportunity to integrate into our space, into this moment for not only all of us that's coming together to have this conversation, but all the viewers tuning in because you are part of this conversation. It's a collective conscious conversation, and we feel your energy. We invite you in, and we enjoy this time with you. So, whenever you're seeing this, I hope you enjoy this practice as well. So to kick us off, I think what we're going to do is a little nervous system reset that I like to do that is quick and I've found gives me very rapid results when activated or in a stress state and I can't seem to get myself the time to breathe or to even slow down enough to breathe. My body just is too activated for lots of reasons of life, right? So this is one that I like to do. And what you do is you put your interlace your fingers behind your head, on the bottom base, like kind of holding your neck and the base of your head. Your thumbs kind of facing down so that your head feels really supported. So like straight spine and neck, and get rooted into a comfortable position where you kind of your head feels supported in that straight position, looking forward. And our eyes are going to be looking forward, and then we're going to be moving only our eyes. This is why the hands are important around the neck and the head to kind of hold that positioning, because we want to take our eyes from the center all the way over to the right elbow, and we're going to stay there for 30 seconds, and then we're going to come back to the center. Then we're going to do the left elbow for 30 seconds. And if anybody gets uncomfortable getting up to 30, just trust your body, pause, you can try it again. Or if you feel like you need to go longer, pause and go longer. But we're going to start with 30 seconds. So just get yourself settled in. Maybe we'll all take a big deep breath. Just allowing ourselves to kind of be here in this present moment together. And then when you're ready, just take your eyes and look all the way over and up at your right elbow and stay there for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And slowly back to center, taking a few deep breaths. And again, if you need to reset your gaze at any time and you find your eyes drifting away from that focal point, just redirect it. Or if you need to reset your spine, you find your chin turning and twisting with you, just reset. And then we're going to go to the left side, taking our eyes from the center and gazing over to the left elbow for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And slowly back to center, taking a few deep breaths, taking time to center in, and returning to this call. And some signs that your nervous system is regulating or coming back into the rest and digest response where we feel centered and secure and connected. You might find your shoulders soften, you may yawn, you'll just notice a shift in the overall body where you feel a release. And what that's doing is massaging the vagus nerve and having your body be able to de-escalate from maybe an elevated response, whether you're in fight or flight or freeze. And it can happen really quickly. You might need to take longer, or it might be a little bit overwhelming. You could take small increments, but see what works for you. But that's a quick tip that I found I can do with littles in my lap, or go to the restroom and claim a minute of my time. And it's worth having a regulated nervous system, because I found that as the mother, I can set the tone for the whole household. And we can impact each other in our own spaces. So the more of us that can be centered and related, the more we can hold the capacity for more vulnerability, more relations with each other, and general life experiences that maybe are not that enjoyable at the moment. So awesome. Thank you for that. Are you ready to go play now? Okay. You can get up, or are you going to stay? I'm going to stay. Yep. Right here. I'm going to stay in this room right here and finish this call. You can sit here on my lap, or you can go play. I didn't bring any toys in here yet. Just us. Do you want to sit and have the rest of the conversation? You can watch Grammy draw too. All right. Okay, so enjoyed that with everybody. And so we're excited today to be talking to Bridget Childers about this upcoming event, a new event being created and birthed through her and others, the Chattanooga Mushroom Festival. So Bridget, I would love to kick it off with understanding who is Bridget Childers.
I am just a girl who is really passionate about just, I guess, nature in general, particularly medicinal plants and mushrooms, and just self sustainability, just being aware of what we have available to us for all of our needs. That's just everywhere around us, and being aware of our bodies and just a higher consciousness. And that's kind of what this festival is about. Just bringing to the community a place where we can gather and just have like-minded folks together to teach each other all of our different gifts that we have. There's a really good group of people that they all bring something a little different to the table, and really excited for just to share that with others, just their knowledge and what I can share and you can share with people too. I feel like it's something everybody needs, just to learn a different way of life, that we don't have to be a part of the mainstream stuff to be happy. We don't have to have a lot of materialistic things, that and all of the magic of the universe just lies within ourselves. And all that we need is all, out here in nature. So that's what I really want people to see about this is the I don't know, just the whole like wellness stuff of being outside, of how that helps you, be aware. It helps quiet your mind. It helps you see that, we've got medicinal plants, we've got medicinal mushrooms, we've got just food out here that people can have. It's more nutritious than something you can buy in a grocery store, or and just taking care of the land, being stewards of the land. Because I also feel like one of the things I wanted to talk about at the event is about how Gaia is dying and how we need to take care of our trees and our forests and just the earth in general to steward, a planet that's going to be good for our generations to come, so that when we're ancestors, we can look back and smile down and know that we did the best we could for our children and our children's children, just teaching the old way of how to, take care of yourselves and take care of the land. And that's kind of what just a little bit about what it's about. Um,
I love that. And just stewarding, becoming stewards of the land that we're on, as well as our own bodies and wellness, and advocates for that, and modeling that for others, especially the littles and future generations, and taking that, that from our ancestors and taking that ancient wisdom forward in harmonious ways with all the new information coming in, so that we become the ancestors, right? It's really
mhm.
beautiful. And one question that came to mind was, what do you want someone that attends this event? What do you want them to feel?
I want them to feel a part of something, a safe place, a safe space to be authentically themselves with no judgment, um, and just a place where they can learn more about how they can be a better, just nurturer of the planet and of community, and helping each other, and how they can take care of themselves and just helping generations to come. I want them to feel
Mm-hmm.
higher
Yeah.
consciousness of themselves and just be a part of that as a community.
Yeah, and I loved your point on, Mother Earth, and I've seen that fractal energy of just saying, with like knowing that I set the tone for um, our family unit, and how important it is for me to fill my cup and to prioritize my wellness and transcend any guilt about that. But then it fractals out to the mother, right? So the rage that
Hmm.
I feel is the same rage of the planet, of the pain that she's in from the way she was been treated, and the turning it into a resource simply for money and personal gain versus community, flourishment and reciprocity, and being one with that which we are as nature. So that callback to nature is really, and then calling that awareness to a higher consciousness, or that which we are, and inviting people to come experience that there. So really, really beautiful. Curious about the space you chose. Do you want to talk a little bit about the location and the space, and maybe why you landed on that?
The space is, it means a lot to me because, for one, it's just a beautiful place. I feel like Chattanooga, the scenic city, of course, but this is a little bit more deeper than that. It's a old Native American grounds. It was actually the Chief Dragon Canoe's home, and he was an important member of the um, one of the native tribes in the area. He actually would not turn over his land whenever the colonizer people were coming in trying to make all the Indians move out, he stood his ground and would not leave. So that kind of has a good meaning, a big statement to me. Just and it goes along with kind of like the mission of taking back, the ancient wisdom and the stuff and all the times that we're going through right now. So it kind of touches my heart just to be able to host an event there. I feel like it's a spiritual meaning overall. So yeah, I have a lot of ties to the to the native ways and things like that. So it means a lot to me to host something there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's focused on sustainability and off-grid systems and really,
Yeah.
again, stewarding the land, correct?
Yeah, it's an off-grid campground. So there's power, solar panels and stuff like that that everything runs on, and it's went through a couple different ownerships, but they renamed it a native name. So I appreciate that too. The Running Water Creek. So yeah, it's a nice little spot. It's got a good spiritual
Yeah, I
vibe.
love that. Yeah, all right. And then when is it? You want to talk a little bit about the timing that you decided to really birth this event?
Yeah, it's a special time too. It's going to be March the 21st through the 23rd. And this year, 2025, that's happens to be the spring equinox. So it's kind of like was planned to be an event that's a rebirth, just kind of bringing all of this awareness back to the community and just in general, like, a coming out, in the spring, everything blooms and sprouts and just turns green. So I feel like this is a good green space for everybody to be and kind of just, I don't know, be on their own rebirth journey of consciousness and awareness.
Yeah, I love that. You're talking my language and my mom like we so one piece that we'll throw in here is that Marcia here, my mom and I, Bren, will be at the event offering some unique courses and classes, but one of them is coming through to me as a channel is to work with mushrooms, and they want to do a channeled session around consciousness, conscious integration, and lifting the veil. And it is a time that I was really picking up when Marcia and I come in to have a conversation like this. We open our channel and we're already getting information for the energy. And that's what we're doing here is like feeling into the energy of the call and of the community and of the event. And I was really feeling the whole day today that equinox feel. It's an ending and a beginning, coming out
Mm-hmm.
of the slumbers of the winter, um, taking what you've learned through your inner journey and inner world, and that time to rest and reprieve and dive into the shadows. Now we're being asked to birth this into the new, to take only what serves moving forward, let go and shedding with the year of the snake, but no longer serves. But it'll be this turning point, and and holding both, expanding our capacity to be with both death and birth, knowing it's one and the same. And that's what I've been picking up today is feeling not only the anxiety that comes from the fear of the unknown, but also with the excitement of the birth of the new. So it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be one and the same. So if anyone's feeling anxiety in the stomach, especially upper stomach, remind yourself that although it feels different and new and maybe unusual for you, this energy that's coming in, that's wanting to integrate into our existence collectively, is new to our physical existence and our experience. So it can be off-putting, but it's actually really positive. Like we're heading in really positive directions, and it's exciting times. So it can be misinterpreted as, oh, hang on, can't touch that right now. Could knock my phone over. Oh, no, thank you. It could be just interpreted as anxiety, fear of the unknown or fear of what's to come. But it also, you can lean into excitement of the new and know that surrender to the letting go. So anything that's coming up for you, anybody listening to this, if anything is surfacing to be seen, to release, let it be, let it go, and trust that what's coming in for you is going to serve you in the long run. And it's birthing quickly. I'm getting that it's very, very rapid change. And let me feel into that a little bit more of the event as a whole, of what was wanting to come through me. We'll be grounding in a little bit more as it gets closer, the energetics of the feels of what we'll be offering, and Bridget will share that. And what you can see is some of an example of what's happening. So as we have this collective conversation, Marsha will be doing the intuitive art reading simultaneously, and we'll be kind of conversing back and forth. And the key piece is it requires everyone that's coming to this event because it is a collective, co-creative experience. So the consciousness that wants to come in and the conversation that wants to be had is not just through me and my mother, and the mushrooms, but also everyone that participates. So if you feel called to this in any way, even if you're like, I don't know, but something's telling me and pulling me in, your voice matters. You're meant to be there. The energy that you bring to be part of the collective conversation and consciousness integration is going to be part of it. Hey, Wes. Sure. All of it. All of it's part of it. Wes is here getting his guitar. There's going to be music there, right? Bridget, do you want to talk to a little bit? That's, I think, a paying a point to that. Do you want to talk to the music that's going to be there?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some really cool local bands. We're gonna have Jill Davis and Roger Dees from Euphonia in Rome. We're gonna have Josh Driver, local from Chattanooga, Dylan Lester. We've got Jeremy Wells and the Dollies. We've got Natty Lovejoys, Rada Rose and Josh from Atlanta. They're doing some kirtan chants. We've got Jesse and the Boys, Sly, Reverend Sly David and Wes. We've got the Cosmic Soul Searchers, Xavier the Artist, Chattanooga's finest, Lon Eldridge. We've got Gershon and Gina, Kava Beats, Drum Circle, and Russell Cook and the Sweet Teeth. So those are some really good local bands, all my favorites, and can't wait to see them. But yeah, we got some. We're gonna have guided forays. We've got some really cool educators and speakers that are going to be talking about like mushrooms and your health and like the connection. And let's see, we've got Alan Rockefeller. If anybody's familiar with the mycologist, he's from Oakland, California. Alan Rockefeller is going to be there. I've got Scott Astoney from Nashville. He's like a DNA mycologist. He'll be there, and a bunch of other really cool people. Fungi Farms is going to be there. Alan, Carol, and Taylor. They'll be there selling all the mushroom agriculture products. So yeah, it's going to be a really cool event. All agriculture, permaculture, health and wellness, and just everything as a whole. Um, all nature related. And just being aware of your body, consciousness, wellness, and being one with the nature and being with community. I feel like it's all important, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. Um, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna feel into what else is there that maybe is wanting to come forth regarding this event as a channeled conversation. So I'm just feeling into some of the energies of as Marsha's painting. Actually, I think I'm going to tune in and see if we can get a little update from maybe Marsha. Does you want to tune in to where you're at right now? Viewers can see the art so far, and I'd love to hear what you're picking up about the energy of the event and what it's calling in and what it's creating.
Sure. So it's kind of lots of overlapping coming in. High look at what I'm hearing and feeling right now. And it's kind of started over here, right? And this was a drawing in. It's energy that I'm drawing in, and it comes from uh a higher level consciousness, right? And in that embodiment of your spirit here of what you're wanting to call in, right? That we don't have to be in this consumer mainstream, that there is another and a higher way of living that is actually bringing us more abundance. And then it's being in that present moment. And it really looks like an eye coming in and actually seeing this. But it's also in that peacock feather, right? So we're talking about that higher streams of consciousness, that higher way of living. And then the eye is wide open to being in the present moment, because we tend to spend either so much time living in the future or so much time living in the past and not being present. And so I feel that draw in of people who are now kind of stepping in and being aware of present and where they're at in their life, and then where they're wanting to go. Seeing a feminine and masculine balance coming in with that. And interesting that this masculine sun type shape, which I don't know what it's going to completely be, is grounded in water, right? So it's that emotional coming from a very stable emotional state. So we're bringing in that. So if we take like the ether and the dreams, and then we're bringing it into reality of a present masculine moment. And that kind of shifts then over here. We brought in, and I felt this very much of, I don't know if you're familiar with the calling of the moon goddess, right? Calling down the moon, again, we have a feminine and masculine. And if you see, we have a top half and a lower half. So we're coming into a balance here in what we're calling in. And again, in this, not only is she purple, but then she has this fiery hair, putting out enlightenment, wanting to be a student, to be a teacher, to be on that journey, and then putting that out and calling it in. Interesting that she has tree roots down here in the valley section. So we have a crossing and coming together, kind of past and old, new and old, our ancestors and future generations is what I'm hearing with that. Um, and then we're seeing that underneath there, we have the fox that's in its den, right? Because at this time of the year, he's still in there. And I'm not quite sure why he has rocks underneath him. It's kind of like a filtration is what I hear. So that water, when we're overwhelmed, right? Overwhelmed with emotions or pollution, some other earth. I think you may have been talking about that somewhere along, that we can cleanse this. We can release what no longer serves. And because the fox is not uncomfortable on this bed of rocks and the sediment, but ready to take in and then come out again. And I'll have to look up the fox symbolism to see if there's more. And interesting, coming up in that little den shape is an omega symbol. Is that correct? The U is omega. In his state right now, feeling masculine here. And then we have this, I'm like, oh, look, it's a bridge. And I'm like, well, that doesn't really look like a bridge. What is that? Is that a film tape? Is that a conduit? And looking at the perspective that just didn't want to come out, it's kind of like future or higher realm coming in and bringing in wisdom and insight and growth. A very steady heartbeat here going on along with that. So we're seeing growth and sustainability in this lifestyle, in this community that you're pulling together. teepees and regular tents. This coming down is that vibration. I could just see you, right, when trying to manifest this, in bringing in these positive vibes and calling that in as you're in this creation moment on that. So definitely a coming together is what I've got at the moment.
I love that. Oh man, it brought tears to my eyes. Oh.
Give me a moment because it made my nose run. So 1 second.
My nose was running too. Yeah, definitely signs of clearing. I was feeling that too, and like being able to make space for the new. And there is a lot of healing within masculine energy. And this is not just men, it's masculine energy within. Everyone can hold that masculine consciousness. And there's a rite of passage we're going through, and an opportunity to work on the masculinity within, to nurture that and advance from an immature masculine response of fear and control, manipulation, power plays, systems, things like that, into a nurturing, strong, protective, harmonious masculine energy that is in union with feminine. And masculinity can be systems and technology, as well as pure consciousness before form. And then when it blends and comes in harmony as an equal with the feminine, then the child is born, and that's the creation that comes forward. And so it's like we're birthing something from a sacred union, but we're still walking into that equinox point of that where we can truly come together and birth in this new way of being, new level of awareness, new earth, some may say. And my invitation is just new you. What version of you is wanting to be birthed here? And I think people, yeah. Do you see people? Yeah.
And
I
second, Bren, is that cool?
yeah. Yeah.
So, because this, I don't, you can kind of see there's, I went ahead and threw a couple stones, people being drawn in, and you were kind of talking about the people, and I was like, oh, it just wants to speak out. So a variety of type of people coming into the event, because again, it was to be an event type reading. So we have a group with, a garnet, and names are failing me at the moment, but it's a balance of coming from a heart space, right? When we live from our heart space, coming in, we're bringing in abundance in this calling. We're bringing in clarity and direction in this calling. A second group of people, slightly different, but again, very much trying to focus and find the path of where they're going. And then another citrine here, which is about abundance. And that's abundance in financial, in creativity, in creation, in knowledge. So we have a strong base of people coming in, and a variety of people coming in. So those who are interested are thinking, well, this isn't for me, or this is for me. I think that the group of people that'll be called in are going to be vast in variety. I did pull cards before we started. Can I put those out there right now? I feel like I need to speak. I pulled one for me, you, and Bridget. So mine was defend to the end what is worthwhile. I'm defending you both. Whether you need it or not, I'm here for you. Releasing the dark wound and let live, Bren, and follow your own rhythm, Bridget. And then for the event was bringing it into form, which is the path that I see here. The people, when I was really thinking on these people, this one is opportunity. Here is a point for opportunity for your growth, learning, friendship, community, and whatever else is that you're seeking. Thank you.
I love that.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. And just as we had the conversation, I could feel the wavering, the unsure, the uncertainty that this is for me. I don't know. That's a lot of growth. And it's not going to be for everyone, right? The invitation is this feels good for you. Your body knows, trust yourself. But if you were in that, I could feel those that weren't sure. And as the conversation went, that uncertainty lifted up into excitement and started to be ready to raise into the heart, which is where we hold sacred union in Christ consciousness, right? So that invitation is for you. If you feel ready, even if you're a little nervous, come hang out with us and enjoy some conscious conversation, music, medicine of all forms, and community and friendship in concert with the land. It's going to be amazing. And I think I'll wrap up by offering just one final, for those in that energy right now. Of course, I want to bring something in to also help transcend that now for any viewers that maybe don't make the event. A little bit of the channeled work that I do to speak to this energy to help move anything, or for anybody that's ready to receive what's here for them. London, I'm going to do some channeling. Do you want to help? Do you want to sit here on my lap? Or do you want to sit there? I'm about to do it. You like to sit in my lap usually. You want to ground it right there from there? All right. So anybody that's listening can just kind of open up to receive whatever's meant for them, and definitely bringing awareness to your power center, which is your abdomen and upper abdomen, definitely where you can hold your individuality, your personal power center. Sometimes what we fear is actually the power ourselves, not our disempowered selves, but it's our empowered self and what we're capable of. And we're capable of deep love and grace and compassion for others on this planet, and we're capable of big change. And there's a narrative of disbelief around this, yet I'm here to remind you that you are the change, you are the powerful, you are the ancestors, you are the earth, you are nature. This is your birthright. What you are meant to be is born in this season, and it is time for your seeds to sprout and to blossom and to receive all that you are here to receive and be all you're here to be. Sutu kuatana ea sikia atatia sutu hunu uku anahata asia takahutu uku e hanakaisiti akanataha uku suwanana sititi ninea u akaitio ukuhu hu suwanatatatia initi. This is more of a clearing. If you guys want to breathe in, anybody's feeling this, into the abdomen and allow a release. This is a clearing opportunity in this power center. So just breathing into the abdomen, filling the space with so much love for yourself and your individuality and your personal expression. Siatani kititi uku usunu utua ana ahakasitita atinilitea uku nu usuru. This is a very rapid clearing as well. Sintutinea akatititusku nutua akayasa tatania. Uku tutu nuea asitititia nikia utututu akanaha tatasanapi. Siniti ati siu rohana ka tata kitanini vitu tu utu hena aka yesateki tu atakana hatatia nutu to sanutua anakaya siti hiti uku kusutu anakatataya. And those that are resisting, just breathe. Let it flow. Sututu kunuduko anatatataya. Wherever you find yourself tense or constricting, just invite a softening. And those that feel a restriction in the throat, just allow it to be. Sututua na tatatea akakaya situtunu utu kuno osu kuno atatea itetina a hakia sata usukutua na katataya. It's time to stand in your power. Sutukuno tukuaya na tatatea isitatua, to remember who you are. Sikatatatenea akutu sukutu kunuata atea sikata, to communicate, to speak yourself into existence. At first there was the word. You are the word. You are creation itself. And it's time to be expressed through you as you. for all to enjoy. And just taking some deep breaths of that into the abdomen and bringing that energy from your abdomen all the way into your heart and allowing that bridge between the earthly realm and the ethereal realm to open. There's been a little bit of a closure between our roots and our spirituality, and it's time to find union between those in practical, innovative, inspiring creations that'll be manifesting in physical form. It's time to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. It's about embodiment. It's time for an evolution.
I'm not pets yet.
You are a princess, my love. Yeah.
Princess.
Okay.
Princess.
Whew. Loved it. Thank you all for that co-creation. And I think Marsha will probably continue with her reading. She'll tends to take that in. And we'll be sharing a full recap video of all the energy. I think in the registration links, whenever you register, you'll get the full breakdown of what to expect at the event. And of course, we'll all be there offering a group conversation like this, as well as some one-on-one, very few one-on-one sessions for anybody that's interested to dive deeper into their own consciousness and state of awareness and expansion. Yeah, and I think that's it. And I'd love to hear any final words that Bridget would like to put out there to those that are considering joining in this beautiful event.
I just feel like anybody who's looking for, something they're missing, if they're looking to be one with themselves, looking to be one with nature, looking for community, this is the place to go. This is the event that you want to be at, because I've been to a lot of festivals, I've been to a lot of things, and I feel like this is going to be one unlike any other event or festival, mushroom festival, concert, anything else I've ever been to. I feel like this is going to be really special. It's different, and it's got all of the different wellness and holistic people there that have very special gifts, like Bryn and Marcia, to offer the energy channeling. I feel this is very important. It's something no one else is doing. You can't find this at Walmart or anywhere else. So just you need to be there. You don't need to miss it.
I love it. Well, thank you guys all for this conversation, and everyone who's tuned in. Whatever time you find this, you were part of the conversation, and we're grateful for you as well. And we hope to see you all at the event, and hope you can join in on some more channeling and integration of I Love This with Consciousness. So looking forward to it.